Well, good afternoon everyone, and if you are in another country where it's morning or evening, good morning and good evening, and thank you for joining me. I'm doing very basic Pilates breathing, how it works, the basic principles, the things that we need to do to stabilize our body while we are doing certain exercises to keep us safe. So, the first thing that we need to do when we learn Pilates is learn how to breathe in Pilates. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your hands and place your hands onto your rib cage. If you are uncomfortable sitting in a cross-legged position like this, you can sit on a chair while we do this, or you can actually lie down with your knees bent. So you're going to place your hands onto your rib cage, just shrug the shoulders into the ears, inhaling, and as you exhale, gently soften them downwards. And then I want you to just feel how as you exhale, the rib cage moves down towards the hips. So we're going to keep the shoulders down now, and you want to lift into the back of the neck. Lift the crown up to the ceiling. The crown, as I've said before, is this part of you, and you're going to lift that upwards. So keeping your neck nice and long and your spine long in a neutral position. You're going to breathe in through the nostrils, and you are going to blow with pursed lips out of the mouth without creating any tension in this area over here. So it's inhale through the nostrils. As you exhale out the mouth, you're going to gently close the ribs. So you feel like you're closing when you're drawing them down towards the hips. As you inhale, I want you to feel like you're flaring your rib cage and you're breathing into the side of your rib cage and the back of your rib cage. It might feel really awkward and you might tend to bring your shoulders up as you do that. So I want you to try and isolate the breathing just in this area, so you can really keep the rest of the body absolutely still as you do this. So just continue breathing in through the nostrils, flaring the ribcage out to the side and out at the back, and as you exhale, softening that ribcage down towards the hips. And as you inhale, I want you to get a lifting sensation in the back of the neck, and as you exhale, a softening sensation in the ribcage. And just continue to do this breathing in and out, remembering as you exhale not to create tension in the sternum area. So just try and make it soft. There's no forcing, there's no clenching. Try and relax the jaw as you do this. Try and relax the lower body as you do this. And as you just continue breathing in and out, you'll just notice the rest of the body actually does start to relax. So that is your basic Pilates breathing. And then just to bring your awareness to the shoulder placement in Pilates. If you're in a standing position and you actually want to raise your arm, you want to keep the shoulders down. So you're going to take your right hand and put it on your left shoulder, shrug it into your ear, and then draw it down and feel the muscles that you're using to bring that shoulder down. Keep the chest slightly open and keep that lift of the crown. And you're going to inhale, and as you take your arm up, you're going to keep that shoulder absolutely still. So it's not going to come up with the arm, because your upper back muscles are being used to stabilize that shoulder, and you're going to exhale and bring the arm down. So it's inhale and exhale. Now take your hand and place it just below your armpit. Same thing, you want to get the feeling that your muscles are drawing, your obliques are moving this way, your lats are moving down, and it almost feels like you're pulling your armpit down towards your waist. So you're going to inhale, and you can move your arm down. Exhale. Put your hand back there again, inhale, and you're gently encouraging those muscles to move downwards as your arm goes up. Right, let's do one more. Inhale. Shoulder stays down and exhale. Now take both hands. We're going to try that with both hands. So notice where those shoulders are. You're still lifting the rib crown. You're still lengthening to the back of the neck. Your spine is in a neutral position. We'll talk a little bit about that just now. You're going to inhale, take the arms up, keeping those shoulders down. Now shrug them into the ears where you don't want them. Feel the muscles that you're using to draw them down. So those muscles we are going to be teaching to work. And we're going to be waking up muscles that we haven't been using for a while. So you're going to inhale, keeping those shoulders down, exhale, and feel the muscles you're using to stabilize those shoulders. So we're retraining the posture sitting in front of a computer all day, we tend to end up doing this, and our upper back muscles need to be strong in order to keep our posture nice and erect. Right. Okay, so now let's just move down to the pelvic floor muscles. So we have muscles in the base of the body that we need to use to help stabilize the pelvis. Okay, so this is the pelvis here, and you want to keep it absolutely still. So take your awareness down to the base of the spine. Now imagine you want to go to the toilet and you want to knaap. Now in South Africa we have this Afrikaans word knaap, which is very descriptive. And you want to lift the front and you want to lift the back openings in the body. So you're going to lift those up and release. So it's knaap and release. Just keep doing that. Just knaap, everybody. But I want you now to notice what's happened to the rest of your body. Are you trying to get your shoulders to help you to knaap? It's not going to work. So you've got to really keep the rest of the body completely relaxed and isolate that movement. You shouldn't be moving your pelvis around. Everything should be absolutely still and soft. So you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to knaap those muscles, and just notice how nothing else in the body moves. It's all internal. It's all right down here, and you're going to release it. Inhale, and as you exhale, knaap those muscles. Just keep them knapped. Now hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and release now. Now just to practice, what you can do to practice on your own to get those muscles strong, because if you haven't been using them, chances are that you might even suffer from a little bit of incontinence. And if there isn't a really bad medical reason for that, you probably can reverse it just by waking up those muscles. So I want you to imagine that you've got a lift down there, an actual elevator, and you're going to inhale for nothing. So you do nothing for the inhalation, and as you exhale, you're going to imagine that lift coming up to the first floor. And as you exhale, I want you to just hold it at the first floor. Inhale. Now as you exhale, you're going to bring that lift up to the second floor. So it feels like it's coming up a little higher. You're contracting that muscle a little bit more strongly. And you're going to inhale, release it, but the breath, but not the engagement of the muscle. And it's inhale, and as you exhale, take it to the third floor. And gently release everything, and imagine that lift going all the way back down to the first floor again. So let's try that again. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring that lift to the first floor. So just a gentle lift, a gentle knaap, a gentle pulling up. Hold it at that first floor as you release your breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, take it to the second floor. Hold it there. Inhale, and exhale, take it all the way up to the third floor. And just hold it there, 2, 3, 4, and as you exhale, release it all the way back down, and you'll feel, even if it's getting a little tired or you're not used to it, just practice that, and in no time you'll be an expert. Okay, so now we are going to lie on our backs, and I want you to just, and sorry I should have told you this right in the beginning, I want you to have something handy that you can put on your stomach. You're going to lie on your back with your knees bent, feet hips width apart, and place something light on your belly, something that's not going to roll off, just below the belly button. And you're going to place your hands, okay, keep your hands next to you for now. Now you have a neutral spine. This is what we call a neutral spine. Why? Because there's a little gap underneath your lower back, and you can actually slide your hands to feel that little gap. But you're going to keep that little gap by keeping your spine in a neutral, and you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, all you're going to do is you're going to draw your navel in towards your spine, and you're going to see if you can sink whatever it is that you've put on your belly button. Inhale again, and exhale again, sink it down, and you'll feel from the pubic bone upwards you're contracting into those abdominal muscles. Inhale and exhale, drawing that belly button into the spine, sinking whatever it is on your belly down, just to get those abdominal muscles used to working. Inhale and exhale. Now you're not pushing into your feet, you're not pushing into your lower back. Your back remains completely neutral for this exercise. Inhale, and as you exhale, belly in towards the spine. And now you're going to take your awareness to the little dimples in your lower back, And you might not have seen them for a while, but you know where they are. So I want you to also now just take your awareness there and imagine that you're able to squeeze those little dimples together as you exhale. So it's going to inhale for nothing. As you exhale, firstly, draw your navel down in towards your spine, flatten out the rib cage and the belly, and now I want you to just add a little bit more by squeezing those dimples together. Again, you're not going to let the rest of the body do anything. You're not pushing into your feet. You're not shrugging into your shoulders. This is an isolated movement just in the belly. So it's inhale and exhale. Belly to spine, flatten out the abs, draw the rib cage down towards the hips and squeeze into those dimples. And now you are using the muscle that supports the lower back, the deepest muscle of the lower back, which is often the one that goes to sleep if you've injured your back. So to start off with, you might not be able to even get the mind to body connection, but just be patient with yourself. It will come. Fake it till you make it. That is honestly how you can get it to work eventually. Right. And then just take that, whatever it is on your belly, and you're going to extend one leg up, and you're going to use that just to bring you back up into a standing position. If you've got a low back problem, it's always better just to go from that position over to the side and come up slowly. Right. Just to show you what muscles we're going to use to stabilize you if you're in a balancing position. So just say we want to balance on the right foot, okay? So you want to think of your right foot as your right leg as a tripod. So in order to get a tripod to work properly, it's got to have a stable foundation. So lift the toes up, spread them apart, and then plant them into the floor. Think of a tree growing roots into the floor. Press the ball of the big toe into the floor, and you'll feel you'll get that subtle little arch in your foot. Now, when you press your feet into the floor automatically, you get a reflex action up into the upper leg. You want to feel like you're lifting the knee of the right leg because you want to use your quads and your glutes to stabilize you if you're going to bring your other leg off the floor. Now, very often we end up sitting into that hip and then your body isn't stable anymore. You want to bring that leg up, you're going to hurt your lower back. So, what happens is you planting that foot into the floor. You feel that reflex action coming into your quad. You lift your kneecap, you engage your glutes, and straight away you have a solid foundation on which to slowly start to lift the other leg off the other foot off the floor. So just for now, place your hands onto your shoulders. Get that lift in the crown. Inhale, exhale, flatten out your ribcage, engage your abs. Now you know how to lift that pelvic floor. See if you can do all of that. And feel that stability you've got in your body before you even lift that foot off the floor. Now very slowly on that solid foundation, you're able to bring that leg off the floor. Right, I hope that you really felt that. Now if you need to watch this video over again, it's probably a good idea to watch this a few times, practice these things a few times, and then you can do the beginner's Pilates video, which I'm going to follow this up with. And I just want to say a thank you so much to Hilda for inspiring me to do a beginner's Pilates. I tend to rush a little bit ahead of myself. I know I actually did post a so-called Pilates video the first time around, which ended up being more of a warm-up and just getting moving. This is more about the basics and the foundations and the essentials. So thank you, Hilda, so much for that, and I hope you all enjoy.